So Zelensky thought that running to his friends over in the UK and getting billions of dollars out of them was going to be a fix-all. Only to find out that the UK turned around and said, we're going to need the backing of the US. And now he wants to come back and all of a sudden make a deal. Not going to be so easy though. You good people doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, in which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on all the platforms you see above and the platforms below. Do not forget to hit that thumbs up button right there. That way my content can consistently be recommended to you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification in the process and choose all notifications once you do click that bell button, you know. Anyway, last but not least, don't forget to go check out my other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father, in which I'm going to be putting good, fresh content on there. I'm just waiting to build up a little audience at first, and I will let you guys know when that pilot episode launches. All right, appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys, if you were with me last night, you have to go back and watch the video from last night of me laying out and what my thoughts and my opinions are when it comes to this thing that went down with Zelensky and Trump and JD Vance, right? I laid it all out. Some of you guys found out that the same thing you guys think about Putin and all that, you found out that Zelensky was really no different. Zelensky is having his soldiers go and kidnap people off of the streets. Don't believe me. Please don't believe me and go look it up. But I'm not even going to cover that right now. Right now, it's supposed to be the story about all of a sudden now Zelensky wants to make a deal now. But Trump is like, not so fast, because Trump is expecting you to apologize before you do any of that now. But at first, with all these backings, with all this stuff, him being pretty much pre-Christian by the Democrats before he went to go see Trump, which ended up, erupted into that little argument you guys seen, a little back and forth hassle they had going on there. Now Zelensky wants to make a deal. Why is that, huh? Why? It wouldn't have nothing to do with what I covered last night with Trump saying, you know what? I'm stopping military aid right now. It don't have nothing to do with that. Remember Zelensky made that comment saying it's going to be a long war, take a long time, and Trump like, okay, since you want to say that, in other words, you want this to keep on going on, you don't want peace, let me pull out. And Zelensky all of a sudden changed his tune. Check this out.
Well, look, this is a renewal of the peace through strength dynamic. We learned about that, of course, with President Reagan. The fact is that the bad guys around the world are not going to suddenly turn into good guys when we're dealing with a group like Hamas.
That's true.
And our allies understand this. What is beneficial for both our allies and our enemies is to know that America is back, that Donald Trump doesn't play games, that when we have a dynamic like with President Zelensky, it was very unfortunate. He knew exactly what was happening and what was needed, and yet he decided to do something else in the midst of the Oval Office. And that kind of disrespect for the nation, for both the president and vice president, is unacceptable. And yet, the commitment remains. There is a very distinct focus by the president and this administration for peace to prevail. And I think now, of course, there's still an open door for this to be renewed, for this to take place for President Zelensky on behalf of his country. But when it comes to the world in general, people understand, especially like with the border, that our partners understand that this is going to happen. We've got a president who means business and is going to take action to make it all happen. So it's a very exciting time.
No doubt. I would anticipate, and I'd mentioned before we had you on just moments ago, that the border would be in focus for them tonight. I would think all of everybody in the chamber, all of America, and then with the president speaking. This is just happening, and it's something that we could hear about tonight as well, Tammy. The Trump administration is looking at what is next and next steps with Ukraine and what those steps will be after last week's tense dust-up in the Oval Office. The White House has temporarily paused military aid to Ukraine until that country's leaders prove a commitment to reaching peace. So much of what our spokesperson, Tammy Bruce, for the State Department, was just talking about, who wants peace in this deal? Trump does. And the president strongly pushing Ukraine's President Zelensky now to change his tune.
I think it takes two to tango, and you're going to have to make a deal with Russia, and you're going to have to make a deal with Ukraine. Now, maybe somebody doesn't want to make a deal, and if somebody doesn't want to make a deal, I think that person won't be around very long. That person will not be listened to very long, because I believe that Russia wants to make a deal. I believe certainly the people of Ukraine want to make a deal.
It's important that everybody come to the table, and the president is trying to send a very explicit message. The Ukrainians have got to come to the table and start negotiating with President Trump.
All right. And Tammy, I want to get to this because it's part of the story that broke just moments ago. We wanted to get this up on screen so everybody could see it together. It looks like President Zelensky may be listening and that President Trump is having some success with his pressure campaign. Zelensky has just posted this: "Nobody wants peace more than Ukrainians. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We are ready to work fast to end the war." Our meeting in Washington at the White House on Friday did not go the way it was supposed to be. It is regrettable that it happened this way. It is time to make things right. Tammy, you and I are having a similar reaction right now. Tell me yours.
Well, look, this is the result of leadership. Some people operate through rhetoric and antics. And then there's the continuum of the powerful nature of rhetoric asking for something that everyone wants, which is peace. We have a great leader in President Trump. And of course, I would argue the best diplomat in the world, to say the least, with Secretary of State Marco Rubio. This is the end result of what happens when you make it clear to someone that there is one way to move forward. And it's not a controversial way. It's about peace and saving lives of people that have gone through so much carnage and so much pain. It's great news, but it happens because President Trump remains focused and steady, and his arguments work.
So I want to ask you guys, how would you handle being bullied? Would you go back in the presence of that bully to get bullied even more? For those of you with all this Trump being bad and J.D. Vance being bad and they ambushed him. If you were ambushed before, y'all know the whole saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Why would he go back into a ambush? Y'all overlooked the whole entire mess. The whole entire time Trump is up here talking peace, peace, peace. I don't want anyone to die. I don't want anyone to die. I don't want anyone to die. And you guys are upset because of what now? What now? Answer me. Why would you go back to a bully? Why would you go back into a situation where you were ambushed? Why? Are you better prepared now? I'm going to tell you right now. Yes, the first thing that should come out of Zelensky's mouth, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, I just like to say, I apologize for my actions. I apologize for my mouth. I apologize for, and that's what it should be. Hopefully we can come together and negotiate so we can bring peace and prosperity to our people. When I'm talking our people, I'm talking about Ukraine, because we gonna have it regardless. We gonna have it regardless. Anyway, folks, it's a whole lot of stuff I can say to unpack it, but I know that y'all attention span is going out the wazoo, and I know y'all just ready to tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section, and I'm ready to read what you guys are going to put in the comment section, all right? Don't forget to do what y'all see right here in the meantime as well, all right? The next video that will be on the chronological order, bam, things that y'all know I do in the past, boom. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.